guys, now today I have a review on the Bicycle Tragic Royalty deck. Now I'm going to be doing a lot, and I mean a lot of reviews lately. I might be doing something like 7 reviews in a row because of the decks I got for Christmas. So this is an awesome deck, and I'll get on with the review. Now, this box design is very interesting. It's not like normal bicycle box designs. Actually, it's pretty much nothing like it. Around the edge here we have like a red line. It says bicycle in the grey typeface, in the normal typeface font, I mean, on a black background, and it has a grey border. Then here it says trusted since 1885, and it has the Jack of Clubs here, which is very intriguing, with the shadow around it to have on the front. And because it's called the Tragic Royalty deck, all of the royal cards do have some sort of tragic faces sort of thing. So I'll get onto that in a bit when I open this up. And it says cards glow under backlight, and they do, because I've actually tested out that they do glow under backlight, but I don't have any UV backlight with me at the moment, so I can't actually test that out for you on camera, but promise me they do. Tragic Royalty playing cards, and it says everything in French. Don't know why on these. It also does on the Guardians deck. But anyway, on this side it said manufactured in USA for International Playing Cards Company Limited, Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada, L4B4W2. I don't reckon you can read that. And here it says Fabric EU Pour, like pour meaning form, whatever. Okay, now on the back, or on the other side, it says Air Cushion Finish, Fini Cussin d'Air, obviously in French. It says again bicycle since 1885, and it has the King, the Queen, and the Jack of Clubs this time, all with their unique faces. It's got a barcode, and it's got the sort of a picture of the back design. I don't reckon you can't quite make that out, but anyway. And on the top it says poker size, format poker in French, and on the bottom it has some trademark information. Now on the flap, it's just a normal flap. It says about all the how Bicycle claimed the rights to all the Joker designs and the Ace of Spades designs, and we'll take the cards out. Now, first we'll get to the back design, which is incredibly weird. I love the back design. I absolutely love the back design. And let's compare it to a standard rider back. Now, as you can see, it is a rider back design. But the key parts, like these angels here, have been turned red. And the borders are grey, so they glow under backlight. Now, all of this is grey, and round here, down this line that runs along here, that is also red. So I think the back design is absolutely brilliant. And I'll get on to the cards. First, you have 2 advertisement cards. These just say on them, this one says about Bicycle personalised cards, which I haven't seen that on an advertising card before, and it says about how much they're on everything. And this is the usual one you get with a standard deck, about like some games that Bicycle have come up with. And then the actual cards. Now what I will do is I will take out 4 of a suit, and I will compare them to 4 of a suit of a standard deck. Now the intriguing thing about these cards is not only the colour of the cards, but the actual design of the fonts and the pips. So as you can see, it's actually a very different typeface to the one that Bicycle normally use, and it's also a different pip. As you can see, I'm not really going to explain it, but you can see that the pip is different because it has this little like red little tail on the bottom. So then there's that, and then with the diamonds, it's the same sort of thing. On the edges they have this little thing that comes off the edge of them, and they've got the different font again. And the clubs, again, these are different. The reason why these are different is the font, it's actually slightly thinner. The pib is actually slightly thinner on this one than that one, and it's got those sort of tail things on the bottom as well. And finally with the spades, it's the same sort of thing, where at the top it's bent up a bit and the pip is slightly smaller again, and it's curved up at the bottom, and the typeface is obviously again different. Okay, so now that is the difference in that, which I think makes really cool. So the rest of the deck just follows suit. All of these cards, the aces, I think I have in a minute when I get to about here. Now that deck is standard, and now on to the court cards and the jokers. So the jokers are just standard jokers from a normal bicycle deck. I've got a guarantee here, and then there's this normal joker here, which I think looks awesome. So those are the jokers, and then you've got the other two. Well, actually there was another ace earlier on, but I've only got two here. You've got the aces, which look exactly the same, and then on to the court cards. So first, the diamonds. This jack of diamonds has a face which his mouth has been stitched up. This queen has a massive face with her eyes closed and her mouth stitched up, and the king is to the side with his eyes bulging and his mouth in a sort of scary fashion thing. Then to the hearts, we have this. The jack has got an eye patch on here. The queen has her eyes, her mouth looking really like and her eyes looking scared, looking at something scary. And the king of hearts is the normal suicide one, where he's sticking a sword through his head, and his eyes are blank as if he's dying. Then we have these three cards here, which go onto the deck. There's the jack, which has a quite long and really pointed nose. His mouth is then stitched up again. He's looking over to this side somewhere. The queen has a weird face. It's a very round face with her mouth stitched up, looking like a witch, pointing downwards. And the king has another very, very long face. Looks like it's been drawn downwards. Just like that. And another feature of these cards, which makes them, I suppose, ever so slightly one way in a sense, with the faces, is that up here we have, it's like grey on this side, and on this side it is black. So I suppose you could use that for, like, if you force a card, if you force a court card and then you reverse it, and then you go through all the cards and then you can find the one that's reversed or something like that. And then the spades, you've got this one, who he looks like a French waiter or something. He's looking to his right and his chin really sticks out. The queen looks like a vampire or something. Her eyes look like crocodile eyes. I'm not sure if you can see that. And the king just looks like he's fat and overweight, and his eyes are looking down at something. And then the ace of spades. This is my utterly favourite card in the deck, in this deck, and it looks utterly amazing. You have these same fonts again. It says Bicycle 808 in the same font that Bicycle 808 in the same font it used earlier. We've got this spade pip here, which is the same spade pip from earlier on, but inside it has a spider's web, which looks really nice. Got a spider down here, and there it says the US Playing Card Company, made in USA. So that is the review of through the cards. Now onto the handling. Obviously, as we've come to expect from Bicycle, and how I've come to expect from Bicycle, the handling is utterly phenomenal. I actually find it impossible to floor the handling of these cards. The dribbling, the shuffling, everything is utterly perfect. You'll see me use these in some of my videos now, because I think it's an utterly awesome deck of cards. Flourishing is cool, or something like that, or whatever. And so that is the review, guys, of the Tragic Royalty deck. If there's anything I missed out, comment down below and I'll see if I can answer any of your questions that you have on this deck. If you're wondering, I got this deck from freepostmagic. That was the thing I missed out, how good it was at fanning, which clearly it's amazing. I got this from freepostmagic, which is an utterly brilliant website that you should definitely go and check out and buy this from them. It was really cheap. You can get this in a lot of places, but I'd recommend buying from there. They have a brilliant stock of cards and loads of other magic things, so they're brilliant at spreading as well. So that is the review on this deck, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.